can't be. I know they.
Yes.
But Jody,
Finance Committee meeting for July 21st, 2025. Counselor Smith,
Here.
Walter Zal, Brandt,
here.
and Harden.
Here.
You've got three.
We barely hanging on. All right, can I get a motion to dispense with the reading and approve the minutes as presented from our meeting of June 30th?
I'll make the motion.
All right, motion from Mr. Brandt, second from Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. That is 3-0 to approve the minutes. I'm gonna take a couple of items out of order, to allow, Ms. Wright and, Laura to leave early. So 040725 from our new business agenda, request to surplus miscellaneous library items from Judith Wright, our library director. All right, Judith, you wanna? I have the list. I don't know if everybody has the list. I can pass it down.
Most of the items are just old technology, old iPads, computer parts, things like that that we've been able to replace over the years with our technology capital.
Okay, all right, so we're just surplusing that list of, it's mostly monitors, old hard drives, all the things.
I'll make a motion to allow the library items to be sold at surplus.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Motion for Mr. Brandt, second for Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
3-0, that is approved. And Mike, you have that list too? I do. Okay, awesome. All right, now, Ms. Roberts, request to hire a prosecutor for the municipal court, coming to us from our city manager, Mr. Adams, and our court administrator, Laura Roberts.
Yes, so as you all know, I've been working to revamp the court, kind of get it up to par and do some things. And speaking with Mr. Adams about a couple of issues, he recommended that we switch gears and get a new prosecutor. Our prosecutor that we have now has been here for quite a long time, and bring someone in new to try to help do the things that we need to get done. And so that's what I'm asking, and I'm 100% on board with that.
And Ms. Roberts has given us a recommendation for the law firm of Barnes and Barnes.
Correct.
So that we'll actually have two
We'll have two
attorneys.
We'll have two prosecutors here every court date, and it will not cost any more than what we're already paying. Actually, it might be a little bit cheaper.
And this comes out of one of your special court funds, correct?
This actually is out of the police budget
Okay.
because it's the prosecutor, so it's
Right.
funded by general fund.
Okay, comes out of the police budget, all right. So that is. Can you send her that? Can you send Mike that? Or can somebody send?
Yes, sir, I'll get it to you.
Okay. All right, so the motion is to approve Ms. Roberts hiring a new prosecutor for our municipal court.
I'll make that motion to approve the hiring of a new prosecutor for the municipal court, Barnes and Barnes. Is that Lee Barnes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, motion for Mr. Harden,
Second.
second for Mr. Brandt. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 3-0, that is approved. Thank you, Ms. Roberts, we appreciate that. Okay, I want to make one quick adjustment. The item 070725, which is right below Ms. Roberts' item, is a request permission to authorize the city manager to execute a change order for the Kenilworth Stormwater Project. We already have a stormwater project, Kenilworth Stormwater Project item on our agenda. It's an old business item agenda 020225, which was left on there for this exact reason, to accommodate that. So if I could get a motion to drop 070725, and then we'll just do that with the old business item.
I'll make a motion to drop 070725.
All right, motion to drop.
I'll second that motion to
All
drop
right.
070725.
Thank
It's
you.
duplicate of
Thank you.
022.
Second from Mr. Brandt. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
That is dropped. Okay, and that brings us up to 020225, which is a request for permission to provide an update on the Kenilworth Stormwater Project, coming to us from Mr. Smith. And I have that in front of me, but you want to tell everybody?
Yeah, it's right here. So this is the final change order and the final invoice we received from Southeastern Silk Coating, which means that we are at the end of the project. The items that are included in this change order. So first of all, let me say this: we disturbed a lot more area than we had anticipated, because the job was so difficult to build.
Right.
So we added a lot more trees. The overruns, most of the overruns include sodding. We ended up sodding a lot of people's front yards and backyards. And then the modified grade inlets, grade inlets were installed, and then we had a really bad rain event in May, and we realized that we needed to lower those inlets. And so these were all from the direction of myself and the city manager. We knew what was going on the whole time. So this is the final change order. I will say that, since this is the last invoice we've received, we're about 9.85 over the bid amount, over the bid amount, and we try to stay under that 10% threshold.
Yeah.
So we've been successful in that. It's
And this
also
was
going-
really complicated.
It's also gone on a lot longer
Yeah.
than we thought, so I was glad to see that we're still under 10%. And then we're only 1.8% over the budgeted amount, so
That's good.
both of those are good news. We have received our $150,000 reimbursement from ADEM.
Oh, good.
So that
Are
check.
we gonna get that sign down out of the tree?
We're gonna get that sign down out of the tree.
Okay, good.
Yep.
And I have that amount as $16,818. Is that right? Because up there is, that's the number. The change order is
The
16,818
change
is what I
order
have.
is 26,501.53.
Okay, oh, that's weird. I have a different number on here. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so.
And there's a budget amendment also to move that additional 1.8% over.
Over.
Into here
Okay, and from-
Oxmoor Road.
From Oxmoor Road, okay. I think what we're gonna do is, since this item has been on our agenda for a while, leave it on here until this is approved at council, assuming it is approved here. And then in our next committee meeting, we can drop that, because the project will be complete. So, that is a motion to approve that change order of 26,000, whatever that number was.
And that's 020225?
Yes, 020225.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the $26,501 and something cents.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't know, the number went away.
And for 020225.
Okay, motion from Mr. Harden,
I'll second.
second from Mr. Brandt. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 3-0, that is approved. All right, the next item, 140525 on our old business agenda is a request for consideration of Aldott lighting on Lakeshore and I-65. I talked to Randy about this when we talked about his budget, and he is still working with Alabama Power to figure that out. So we're just, I guess, going to keep this on here and carry it over again, at least until Randy's here and can address it for us, because last I heard he was still working on that. So
And they still, I think they're still trying to finish pricing it out.
yeah,
On highway.
yeah, okay. All right, on to the new business agenda, 010725, request for consideration of purchasing equipment for pothole patching and paving, coming to us from Mr. Squires. This is, we have some money in our 7 cents gas tax, and that fund is specifically meant for paving and patching. And so in order to do that, in order to make that process a little bit easier and to not have to use as many subcontractors and have the equipment we need, we are going to purchase a patching truck at the cost of $271,600, a dump truck, a mini dump truck, for $134,817.37, and a compact track loader, and you'll have to explain what that is, Berkeley, for $76,498, for a total purchase of $482,915.37, coming out of that 7 cents gas tax fund.
482.9 what?
$482,915.37. Do you need to add anything to that, Berkeley?
The little bitty thing is, that's what we scrape the road with
Oh.
and all when we're doing the patch and dig them up. And we currently, the one we have is a 2001 model, but it's not big enough to do what we do. We have to use the backhoe now to do it, so, which is a lot harder to deal with. But the reason we done this, on the 7 cent, which is Randy and I split or use it both, you can purchase equipment out of it for both, bridge work, street light work, paving work, things like that. And most time that's, you know, if most of you know, the 4 and 5 cent to 7 cent, it's usually money in, money out every year. That's money coming to us from the state for our gas tax and things like that. And the Rebuild Alabama Act that they passed, we now get money in 4 and 5 cent from that, so it's money from that. But the money that we have has been money that's been left over a period of time that's built up in that account. So that's what it is. I know Randy's bought, in the past, I think he bought 1 or 2 trucks with it and all for his stuff, so that's all it is. And we're kind of trying to get ahead because of the tariffs. All the heavy equipment trucks and things are gonna see a 17 to 21% increase as of September 1. So it gives us the opportunity to go ahead and get those on order and not have to pay that percentage difference now come October.
And you think you'll save, I mean, we're spending
right now.
gas tax, but
Right now, our biggest issue we run into, the little patching trailer we have, it only hauls 4 tons, so we have to make 2 runs back on each load that we do to be able to do it. The truck we're getting is an 8-ton, it'll haul 8 tons of asphalt, so it's a 1 run for us is all we gotta go and get. Plus the heat mechanism on it's just so much better. Our trailer's, I think, a 2009, 2010 model, so this one heats with gas, so it's a lot easier than it stays a lot hotter than the electric one that we got, because back then they didn't offer the gas terminal on there. So that's the biggest difference in it. It's just a lot bigger in what we're doing. We'd like to give you an example, when we fixed the milling down, or the sub patch up underneath in front of the hotel out there, we had to make 3 runs to get the asphalt. So that would have been 1 run in the truck, so the trailer's just, I mean, it's, the one side of the unit of the trailer doesn't heat anymore because the element's gone in it, so, but that's what it is, that's the reason why we came to you with it.
All right.
But it's out of 7 cents, it's not a capital budget project.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Compact mini dumps or what?
It is a patching truck, a mini dump truck, and the compact track loader, which is the thing you scrape
Yes.
the asphalt.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the equipment to fix potholes and patch our streets.
All right, motion from Mr. Brandt,
I'll second that.
second from Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that is approved 3-0. All right, thanks, Berkeley. Okay, 020725 is a request to amend the budget for Mr. Pugh. I have that as a relatively small amount, $1,792 transferring from uniforms to vehicle maintenance.
That's all it is. We ran out of money in vehicle maintenance and had a little money left over in uniforms. Blake says it should be enough to get us through, so.
Okay,
I just wanted to-
okay, all right. Anybody have any questions? It's pretty straightforward.
No, I'll make a motion to approve the moving of money from the uniform budget to the
Vehicle maintenance.
vehicle maintenance budget.
You got that?
All right, motion from Mr. Brandt,
I'll second that.
second from Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
3-0, that is approved. Thanks, Wyatt. Okay, 030725 is a request to set a bid date on August 19th for Green Springs Phase 2, coming to us from Kel Smith. This is for our exciting part to get us down to the lakeshore side of Green Springs.
That's right, so it's a resurfacing and sidewalk project from Broadway down to Lakeshore, around Lakeshore into the Woodmont neighborhood. This is the last phase of Green Springs. It's been held up without out working on the permit to get around Lakeshore, but it's been approved and plans are gonna come tomorrow and then we'll send them out for bidding.
Okay, so the motion would be to set that bid date for August the 19th at, what time would you prefer?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
What do you expect, Kale, on number of bids?
Oh, yeah.
How many bidders?
Yeah.
Yeah, we never, I mean, we got several, we got 4 or 5 for the library. I mean, we've seen a lot more increase in the number of interested contractors for stuff like this.
And I will say the budgeted amount for this is $826,000 is the budgeted amount for that project, because it's gonna be fairly complicated getting around that corner and the creek and the thing and the whole.
That's right. I'm optimistic about that number though.
Yeah.
so
Okay,
we'll
good.
See how it goes.
All right,
All right, I'll make a motion to set the bid date for August 19th for Green Springs Phase 2,
okay, at 3 o'clock.
3 p.m.
All right, motion from Mr. Harden,
Second.
second from Mr. Brandt. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 3-0, that is approved, and that brings us, what, does that bring us to our last item?
050725.
Oh, yep, that's right, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, 050725, sorry, I skipped right over it. Request for, you were smushed in there between Judith and Laura. Request for line item transfers coming to us from our fire department, Chief Broadhead. I've got those in front of me, you wanna tell everybody?
Yes, so just getting towards the end of the budget, so I have a request for $6,000 out of tuition in schools into traveling conference. Due to the new hires we've had this year, I have to send two to recruit school outside of our normal here in over the mountain that we do, and that's gonna carry hotel and lodging and meals with it. So no new money, just out of tuition in schools over into traveling conference. Second request is $12,500 from fuel, which is, these are both supply accounts. I know they don't sound the same, to physicals. We overdrew physicals because of some injuries that we had this year. It's been steadily going. So, but I have enough to get through fuel. I talked to Blake, and we are comfortable that that won't require any new money.
Okay. All right, so we have request to do 2 line item transfers from Chief Broadhead.
I'll make a motion to approve Chief Broadhead's request.
All right, motion for Mr. Brandt,
I'll second that.
a second for Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 3-0. Sorry, I skipped over you, Brandon. 080725, request to purchase and add in the Chamber of Commerce Centennial Map Guide. This is coming to me from myself and from D Park, who is the folks from, the person from Alliance Publishing. They are, Alliance Publishing is creating a map guide for the city to celebrate the centennial. They're gonna have it at various locations around the city. And they have asked us, the city, to purchase an ad. They called me today to ask to purchase the, let's see. I think the first page, which I think is, it's like it's a 2-page spread right when you open the magazine. So it would be $2,400 is the price for the ad. It's a 2-page spread. It's not, this is not like the size of the magazine that they do every year. It's smaller. And it's gonna have guides to our downtown, to Edgewood, to West Homewood. And let's see what else we got.
Is that coming out of a line item for
This is,
advertising?
yes, and I checked with JJ, cause I wasn't sure how much money we still had in the advertising line item. We have $10,541 still left in the line item. We have spent $14,459. I don't anticipate there being any other advertising between now and the time that the budget year ends on September 29th, September 30th. I mean, you never know what might pop up, but I don't know. And this is unusual. Usually we are only doing 1 ad a year because we're just doing the magazine. That's the year-long magazine. But they're doing this special project with the chamber, and specifically for the centennial.
I'll make a motion to approve spending the money for our wonderful Chamber of Commerce maps.
Okay, motion for Mr. Brandt.
Second that.
Second for Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
3-0. Okay, that is approved, and without any additional items on our agenda, we are adjourned. Okay.
Public Safety Committee meeting for July 21st, 2025. Counselor Harden.
Here.
Overton's out. Brandt. Here. Nelms.
Here.
And Gwaltney's out, so you got 3.
Okay. All right. Who would like to make the motion to dispense with the reading and approval of the minutes from
So
June
moved.
30th?
So,
Nelms.
second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. So moved. All right, we've got old business, which is 340425. It's request for discussion of the safety issues at the intersection of Ockmore and St. Charles. They had a meeting today. We're gonna carry this over. And Andy was out of town, and so we're gonna carry this over until August 4th.
Can I ask a quick question? Does it make sense? Can I give a quick update about some of the things we've been talking about related to this?
Yeah,
I'd
there's,
like to
there's
just-
maps over there. They were on the table when I came in.
So this is really, there are 2 pieces of this. One is the redesign of the intersection, and then the other is the restricted residential parking that we're looking into. So just to give y'all a quick heads up, because we have been talking about this for really a couple of years, but it was not until this committee was put together that we actually polled neighbors in 5 blocks, 5 different areas behind the business district, Odie's and the rest of the strip, about whether or not they would be willing to be put into a restricted residential area, which would mean they would have to register their cars, they would have to get parking passes for their visitors. I mean, it's a kind of a complex situation. But I just wanted to go ahead and report that we looked at 5 blocks, and let's see, well, you can't really tell, but see where the two crosswalks there at the corner by Odie's? So heading straight north, if the first street that you come to there is Stewart, and that's the street between the two parking lots to the left.
Yeah.
So that street, those folks were mixed, and they would like to see an ordinance really before they want to, give the up or down about whether they want to participate. But the 200 and 300 block of St. Charles, the 1000 block of Highland, which is 1 block up, those were almost 100% wanting to be in a restricted parking zone. And then the 900 block of Highland going in the opposite direction on Highland, there are a couple of issues there. One is how far up Highland to go, because that's a pretty long road heading uphill. The main thing is if we restrict parking on St. Charles and the Highland Road, we know it'll push traffic into these other blocks. So we want to give them an opportunity to participate if they want to. But I just wanted to let everybody know that 3 blocks they want to participate in such a plan, and 2 other blocks want a little more information, but we have a lot of people that would like to participate as well. And what Glenn is saying is that initially, we could draw out an area, and you can opt in or opt out initially, but once we get the process in place, an ordinance written and the process going, if Stewart, the 900 block of Stewart finds that traffic is coming down there and they didn't opt in, it would be fairly easy to opt them in at that point. But there's a lot of work yet to do, but there have been, I think police is looking at adding 3 new parking type positions to cover the entire city.
Yeah.
And this would just be a part of what they would also cover. So there is a desire to do that, and we'll be talking more about that.
Can I ask you, you may not know the answer to this, but I'm just for my own edification, because I have an issue around the corner from where I am. What does that look like as far as signage, as far as painting the curbs? I mean, I've had, had a curb painted, and then I had, somebody complains because people are parked too close to the stop sign, you paint the curb, you've got someone complaining because the curb's painted. We can't are we putting sign, what does it look like?
The ordinance has not been written. and
Okay,
so
that's what I was wondering,
It will start there.
Yeah.
I mean, we just imagine a sign back on the back corner of the business district saying restricted residential parking with information about permitted parking only, and violators will be blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be a sign at each entry or exit point. There will have to be a sign. And if it stops in the middle of a block, there would be a sign there, end of restricted residential parking. As far as, we don't imagine any new painted curbs, but, a part of what some residents are saying is, yellow curbs are often not ticketed.
Yeah.
So we
And,
need to
and
tell them.
why do we think this will be
Right.
enforced? Well, they are also looking at technology to read license plates. I think there already is some of that technology.
Yeah, we already have that.
And so you would register those, so you can just actually drive through and get a feel for who's registered and who's not. But, that's also why we're looking at added staff. So, but anyway, just wanted y'all to be aware that that's desired in this area, and there's a lot of support for it, so I hope we can at least try it and see how it works.
Will you make sure that those folks come in on the 4th to make sure that? Great.
Thank you, Councilor Beer. End of the meeting. So we've carried over the 34-425. No new business.
Public Works Committee meeting for July 21st, 2025. Councilor Wilson's out. Councilor Gear,
Here.
Sims,
Here.
Nelms,
Here.
and Hard.
Here.
You got 4.
Look at the win.
All right, thank you, Bo. First order of business, could I get a motion to dispense of the reading of the minutes and approval?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Counselor Harden and a second by Counselor Gear. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that passes 4-0. There is no old business. New business 090725, request permission to install a stormwater diversion at the entrance of Camelot Condos and Lancaster Road. Cale Smith.
Yeah, so, the homeowner at 2014 Lancaster reached out to us. This is her house here. And then if you'll, yep, that's her house. So if you spin it around, Brian, so we have all this water coming off of the driveway,
Yeah.
and it jumps over Lancaster and ends up in her front yard and under her house, and, I mean, you can see it would just go straight across
Yeah.
the driveways. And so we talked about it, there is no stormwater infrastructure in this location in the middle of Lancaster. So I talked to Bart Jones with Metcalf Realty, who's the property manager, to make sure that he was okay with it. And so we just plan on doing a stormwater diversion, which is a raised concrete or asphalt curb, right? So it would be, you would drive over it as you went in there, but it would hopefully redirect stormwater off the driveway into the gutter on the opposite side of the road.
Where's
What we
the-
did the Staffords on Rumson.
Like what we've done at the roundabout
On-
or
yeah,
have
on
approved,
Slim
we
Road.
haven't done the work yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you thinking that that amount of water's not gonna overrun that curve I mean, that,
That's a great question. This is a start.
yeah.
Where's the closest inlet, Cale?
It's, if you know where Thomas Waters' office is.
Yeah,
there's one-
yeah. All the
there's
way
one
down
all
there?
the way down there.
Wow, that's a long way.
Yep.
And see, her yard goes down.
It's right there, actually.
Yeah, and that's a long way down the street.
She might do well, and, maybe but put something in her driveway, same thing we're doing. I mean, her yard goes down, you can see it, and I don't know if it's coming up over her curb or coming around to her driveway. Does that make sense, civil engineer?
Not really, but.
Okay.
it's
Are
okay.
you,
Well,
are
I'm not a
you
civil
like the
engineer.
berm at the Staffords?
When you say you're
I'm
doing
saying
it.
same kind of berm for her driveway, cause I'm guessing it's hitting her driveway. She's lower than the street.
Right, it's running down.
It's going through that driveway.
It's coming through that driveway into her yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because her driveway's over here.
Yeah.
If there was an existing storm pipe in the middle of Lancaster, it would be an easier solution.
I got it.
Right.
Cleaner solution. That's right.
Less expensive.
There's nothing to tie into, so it's all the way down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So we're just trying to keep stormwater on that side of the road.
So it'll almost be like a speed bump right there at the end of the condo driveway.
That was not dealt with when they built those apartments, now condos.
Right.
Okay?
Everything's flat right there going in her driveway,
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah, it's below, it looks like it's below grade. Okay. I'll make a motion to, install a stormwater diversion at the entrance of Camelot
Wait,
condos.
are you chairing?
Oh.
You're chairing.
No, I'm chairing,
No,
so
he's
he
chairing.
can motion, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Second.
Okay, that's a motion from Counselor Harden and a second by Counselor Gear. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that passes 4-0. That is the only item on the agenda, so without any objection, Public Works is adjourned. All right.
Planning and Development Committee meeting for July 21st, 2025. Counselor Andrews?
Here.
Is out, Wolverton's out, Sims?
Here.
And Nelms?
Here.
You have three.
All right, I will begin with a motion to dismiss the reading and approve the minutes from our last meeting on June 16th.
So moved.
Second.
Counselor Nelms with a second from Counselor Sims. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, any opposed? That passes 3-0. All right, we have no old business. There you go. All right, new business 100725, request for consideration of an amended development plan for property at 124 South Point Drive for Southwood subdivision to permit the construction of a 10x10 covered porch to be attached to a single-family house located 14.1 feet from rear property line. Applicant Matthew York. We had a 6-0 favorable recommendation at the Planning Commission at the beginning of the month.
Okay, Mr. York?
Yeah, do I need to-
You can sign in right here.
I'll tee him up.
Okay, yes.
Just
okay.
to kind of
Sign in.
explain what
Yep.
this is.
Yep.
So this
Okay.
is South Point, which is on PR1. And PR1, anytime you do anything in PR1, it requires an amendment to the development plan. Unfortunately for us, for the city, we can't find a development plan that was done when this was developed. So anytime somebody wants to add a covered porch or whatever, they have to bring a development plan to you guys for approval that basically sets the setbacks and other development criteria for the site. This porch is 14.1 feet, I think, from the rear property line. And based on the density of that neighborhood, it made sense for the planning commission to recommend approval. So I'll turn it over to Matthew, we can talk about the project.
Yeah, so the reason we're kind of going through this is that initially we submitted without any coverage on this porch, and that's because we're just kind of trying to speed up our construction. We have 4 kids, and a couple of them are in Paul Kent, not far from here. So we're trying to kind of get as much done through the summer as possible, as little friction as possible. We also had a baby in May, so it's like just crazy around there. But anyway, once all that settled down, it was time to circle back and see if we could kind of get approval for all of this. And so happy to answer any questions about it, but we were asked to do an amended survey just to say, hey, here's about where we're going to build to. Yeah, you can see that here. And we also had them do an analysis of the potential water impact that coverage would have on the lot. And the firm, I think it was Arrington Engineering, found that there was no significant impact at all to the stormwater runoff. So they basically said it was basically the same as it wasn't there. So anyway, we're just seeking final approval from this body and any other relevant body to complete construction on this, and hopefully we did. So.
Any questions?
So this is one of those exceptions, Cale, where there's no public hearing.
No, you gotta have public hearing.
You do?
August 25th, first time we got it.
Okay. I was curious about that because I didn't see reference to setting the public hearing.
Thank you. You want to make that part of your motion?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to make a motion to set the public hearing for August 25th and send it out without recommendation pending the public hearing.
All right. Second. All right. I have a motion to send out without recommendation pending public hearing that we were going to set for August the 25th from Councilor Nelms and Councilor Sims, with a second from Councilor Nelms. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right. Well, sorry. We'll see you on August 25th.
No, that's okay. Thank you so
Glad
much.
caught that because I did not catch that. I thought that was fun. All right, 110725 public hearing set for August 11th, 2025 at 6 p.m. for consideration rezone 1833 29th Avenue South from an I-2 institution to C4 retail shopping applicant Mike Ron. We are going to carry this item over until next week, 2 weeks out, sorry, August the 4th, and the public hearing will be on August the 11th. And we're going to leave our tabled items where they are, and without objection, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Quick.